Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to be looking at errant stuff. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 10th year of the Leadership Japan series. 10 years, that is incredible. And I am your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Prezen Tatsujin, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muni Suru wa Yamemashou, and all are available on Amazon. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oishia show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is onegai, which basically just means please, and it implies please do something for me. So, onegai, onegai, onegai. Now, this is episode number 540. 540. And today we are talking about giving errant staff feedback. I have a short fuse for idiocy. I know this about myself, so I have to work on me to calm down and not just verbally unload both shotgun barrels into the idiot. Like everything, there is best practice about giving errant staff feedback. I find a useful ploy is to time separate my irritation with them from when I deliver the feedback. When I get hot and irritated, I can be too powerful, direct, strong, and cutting. Just putting the conversation off for a day can make a big difference to how I can approach the topic of their failure. It is rare that the conversation has to be had on the very spot, so buying a bit of time for yourself as the feedback giver is worth it. We can calm down and become more skilled in our angle of approach. When the blood is boiling, we'll go straight for the jugular and wreak havoc. How we approach the conversation is a key. When our temper is up, we will get straight down to business and immediately go into the problem. This can inspire a counterpunch from a staff member as a defensive reaction, and then we're in the depths of a heated argument. Always remember, prior to raising this specific topic, the staff have been working away on something, and they have this in their mind when we approach them for our conversation. We need to use a cushion to create a breaker, a cushion between what they've been thinking about and what we're about to discuss. A cushion is a simple statement which neither aggravates nor neutralizes their current condition. We can ask about their hobby or family or interests. Something outside of work is a good breaker. Following that, we should look to praise them. The praise has to be real, and statements cannot be too vague. A meaningful comment would be something like this. I thought your suggestion in the team meeting last week about changing the way we break down the sales lead flow is a very good idea, so thank you for making that point. The person we are talking to knows they made that statement, and so it was real, and now you are praising them for making it. Hopefully, they are not making errors in all parts of their work so that we can find something they have done well to recognize. Now we get to the pointed issue. Say, for example, they failed to make an entry into the accounting system which led to the initial P&L report being wrong, and certain decisions were then taken on the basis of those incorrect numbers. We could say, why'd you screw up the entry process? Don't you know how important is accuracy around our forecasting decision-making process? This error has had major consequences and cannot be tolerated. Now, this may be what we are thinking, but it isn't a great way to impart the feedback and to effectively correct the error going forward. Find out more when we come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also are doing custom in-house programs. We do these in both Japanese and English. We do them face-to-face in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. Our show today is being brought to you on the 10th of November by our Leadership Training for Managers program, the 3-day version. On the 16th and 17th of November, we're doing a high-impact presentations course in Japanese. And on the 7th of December, we'll do our 3-day version of our flagship Dale Carnegie course. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, which in Japanese is Zaegyo. This is the Bible for selling in Japan. Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni Sunu wa Yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small and medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. We would be better to try another approach, such as, I see that key numbers were missed in the accounting process, and this has led to important decisions being taken on the basis of the wrong numbers. We don't normally have these data entry issues, so I'm wondering what happened on this occasion. We turn the invective into a neutral question and allow them the chance to explain what went wrong. It may in fact prove to not be their fault, or it may be their workload was so overloaded at that time that this caused the error, or it may be that they are an idiot. The next question should be around, how can we make sure that we don't have a repeat of this problem? This gives them ownership of the solution, and therefore they are more likely to make sure the error is not repeated. If this is a regularly repeated mistake, then we will be talking about their future in the company at this point, but let's assume this is a one-off error. We want them to keep going and do a better job, so we have to resurrect their confidence. They know they made a mistake and they feel bad about it. This can lead them to try and retreat from tasks. We don't want that, and so we need to leave them feeling like they can overcome this blip and be able to function as a professional. We can say, this situation has come up, and we've identified why it happened, and we have come up with a plan to make sure it doesn't happen again. I'm happy about that. What I expect is that we will keep doing our best to make sure we don't allow these types of mistakes to happen. I'm sure we have the ability to get the data entry correct each and every time. If there's ever a need for better balancing of the workload, then please tell me, and I will work on helping with that issue. You will note that we are saying we, not you, throughout, and we do this on purpose to keep the whole conversation collegiate and not accusatory. We've remained calm in manner and speech. We've also offered to help to manage the workload if that becomes a problem, so the individual doesn't feel abandoned. How we handle mistakes is being closely observed by the whole team, and so we have to get this right when it occurs. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.com. dale-carnegie.co.jp. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So be one of them. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.